What's up, Acolyte Squad? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte. This video, I want to talk to you guys about what some people are saying is the death of T'Challa in the MCU. So you'll want to stay tuned for this one. All right, now like I said, there are some YouTube channels that are reporting that a Marvel executive with the MCU just said that T'Challa is dead in the MCU. I'm not so sure about it, and I want to talk to you guys about it and tell you how I'm reading into this. So I first came across this article from IGN. I saw it on Twitter, and it said Black Panther 2, Marvel won't use a digital double of Chadwick Boseman, right? So it says Marvel Studios executive producer has confirmed that Disney will not use a digital double of late actor Chadwick Boseman in a Black Panther sequel. In an interview with Clarion, executive producer Victoria Alonso dismissed the idea of digitally recreating Boseman, who died from colon cancer in August at the age of 43. She said, "No, there's only one Chadwick, and he's not with us. Our king, unfortunately, has died in real life, not just in fiction, and we are taking a little time to see how we return to history and what we do to honor this chapter of what has happened to us that was so unexpected, so painful, so terrible, really," Alonso said. Now, as you can see, this is in Spanish, right? I could have translated it to English. So at first I was wondering if maybe there was confusion with the translation, right? Because when I went on my YouTube homepage earlier today, when I first I saw the IGN article, like I said, I reshared that or retweeted it on Twitter. All right, let me keep scrolling down so y'all are seeing this page, right? So here it is. This is in Spanish. No, Chadwick, I don't speak Spanish, right? But here you can see it in Spanish, right? A simplified version of the other one because they want you to get a subscription, right? Now I could have translated that and then previously and then got the simplified version, but I didn't. I think it was the Wonder something. I don't know, because there's a few channels that cover like a lot of stuff with the MCU, and some of them I am skeptical about because like I wonder if they post like if they're like Mike Zero, where it's like, hey man, we make some really convincing videos, but we're making this stuff up. So like a few of them I'm like skeptical about watching them, but this particular guy, when he referenced this article, he read it, he makes some beautiful videos, so there, he put some time into it. But the way he interpreted this, it was like, no, there's only one Chadwick and he's not with us. Our king unfortunately has died in real life, not just in fiction, and we are taking, I don't think I don't remember, but he focused on this part right here, not just in fiction. Now, the way I interpreted this is I did the video on Chadwick Boseman's passing. You can hop over to my channel. It was just a memorial, Chadwick Boseman memorial, rest in power, king, right? But in that video, and you can also see I did another video that I'm about to talk about some of the things I said in that video in this one as well, right? But in that video, Kevin Feige said, our king has died, right? So I just interpreted Miss Alonso's statement as just a continuation, like this is the official statement. When anyone asks us about, what are your plans for Chadwick Boseman, right? What are you gonna do? No, well, I mean the original question was, there's been talk of using a digital replacement, a CGI of Chadwick Boseman in the movie, and she said no, we're not gonna do that. Unfortunately, our king has died, in real life, not just in real life, but also in the movie, meaning Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa is no more. That's it. It's finished, right? But how I'm seeing this play out on various channels, on YouTube, people who are covering, Black Panther and the MCU exclusively, they're saying no, T'Challa, Black Panther's gonna die in Black Panther 2. And this guy, I wish I could remember the name of his channel, but it completely slips me because I haven't been watching him a lot. That's why I can't remember. I should have written it down before I started this video, but I'm literally flowing off the dome. I don't have any notes that you guys can't see. But he said that, they're gonna kill him off screen, right? When Black Panther 2, the movie starts, he'll be dead. Right now, there's a reason that people are believing this, because there's a new book, I think it's called the Wakanda Files or something like that. And in this book, this is something that came out last month, is that Shuri was showing interest in creating a super soldiers, right? Like Wakanda would have its own super soldier program. Now, the reason for this is, remember that Killmonger burned the heart-shaped herb. So Shuri was looking into the super soldier program, right? That created Captain America, that creates the Hulk, that creates Wolverine, because Wolverine Weapon X is Weapon 10, Captain America's Weapon 1, in the weapon program, right? So Shuri's been looking into this. According to this is like a new resource book that's supposed to, some people are caught saying that it is like filling in some gaps and setting up potential story arcs in phase 4, maybe phase 5, right? But the Wakanda Files says Shuri is finding, let me highlight this so you guys see where I'm reading. The Wakanda Files, that Shuri is finding ways to create more super soldiers. In the excerpt from the book, it was revealed that Shuri collected the files in order to study supplementation about the super soldier program, analyzing where others have succeeded and failed, right? And what she discovers is that the heart-shaped herb that gives, the Black Panther their power, that was bestowed from the god, the Panther god Bast, right, is that it is very similar to the super soldier program. And she's looking into like how different types of radiation is what makes the difference between the serum being effective and ineffective, right? So, here she says Red Skull's transformation failed because his serum lacked radioactive exposure. Captain Rogers was exposed to Vita rays. Dr. Banner became a massive rage monster because he was exposed to gamma radiation. It is likely that Zola utilized gamma radiation from the Tesseract to enhance Barnes, meaning Bucky. Hydra figured out a way to expose subjects to whatever cosmic rays the Mind Stone emits, and it transformed them. Talking about Scarlet Witch and her brother Quicksilver, right? So how is massive amounts of radiation linked to superhuman abilities? Does the Mind Stone emit a type of radiation? The heart-shaped herb produces the same enhanced effects without the need for radiation. So where do the two methods diverge, and what links them? Right now, what the word on the street is that Shuri has figured out a way to create the synthetic heart-shaped herb, the synthetic formula that is needed because there's no more herb, right? Killmonger destroyed it. They Nakia stole the last one to give it to T'Challa. Now I'm thinking that the reason that she would be looking into this is because, there's no more heart-shaped herb. Thanos did his snap. He dusted Shuri and T'Challa along with, I'm guessing, half of Wakanda, along with half the population on Earth and everywhere else in the galaxy. And and that left what's the main bodyguard that's head of the Dora Milaje. It left her in charge, and it's like, well, we don't have a Black Panther. We don't have anyone. I was under the assumption that the only people who can even ingest the heart-shaped herb without getting sick are people from the king's bloodline. They have to be a part of that same tribe, right? So, the border tribe, I know make Daniel Aiello's character the new Black Panther, or make the guys from I can't even think of his name. In the MCU, he's actually the White Gorilla, I think. Make him the dude who challenged T'Challa at the beginning of the movie, make him Winston Salem's character, or was it Winston Duke? Whatever, Winston somebody, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm just playing. We are vegetarians, right? If you go by what is in the comic books lore, he can be the king of Wakanda, but he can't be the Black Panther, because only the king's line, only the king's tribe actually can ingest the herb, unless Shuri, making her synthetic version, makes it accessible to anyone. You probably still have to be a Wakandan, right? Of Wakandan blood, a member of one of the tribes. But I'm thinking the reason she did that is in the event that they need another Black Panther, and maybe that sets the stage for the mantle to pass. Now, there's been talk about making Shuri the Black Panther, and I did a video. I was like, yo man, we need to recast the role. I don't see Shuri as being Black Panther. That's not who they've set her up to be. She's she's the tech genius. She's the Tony Stark of Wakanda, right? The only thing I see her doing is making her own Black Panther Iron Man suit, right? She tried to fight Killmonger, and I understand that Killmonger was basically the Black Panther at that point. He had the herb in his system, but even still, Killmonger he's a Navy SEAL, special ops. He's a one-man wrecking crew on his own, the way they set him up, right? So even without the herb, I think he still would have, just with the suit alone to protect him from, those sonic blasts that Shuri was trying to hit him with, I think he still would have taken her down, right? They haven't established her as a fighter, right? She's a person who relies on tech. And even when Shuri becomes Black Panther, it's only temporary. It's only temporary until T'Challa comes back. So, if that's everybody, well, they did it in the comic books. Well, in the comic books, she's only temporarily Black Panther until T'Challa comes back and assumes the mantle again, which again means, yo man, we need to find a new T'Challa. Okay, T'Challa was injured. He's off doing whatever. He got married to Nakia, whatever. And like I said, the X-Men are coming. What happened to all this? Oh man, I hope the X-Men come back so we can see T'Challa and Storm, right? So look, this is all I'm saying is, Shuri, I just can't see her as Black Panther, and it has nothing to do with, oh, I just don't want a woman to see it, or I'm sexist. I just said, look man, I see Shuri as, they haven't set her up to be that person. And I just don't see it. Now, yes, the character could evolve. That's a possibility. But where she is right now, she's not that alpha dog. Not right now, right? She just isn't. Everybody's pushing this story that T'Challa is dead, Shuri's a Black Panther, and Ryan Coogler, when he sat down to work on the sequel, Black Panther 2, he said it himself. He did it with Chadwick Boseman in mind, playing the character, saying those lines. Just keep going that way. Hey man, it's really simple. People die. It happens, right? Harry Potter, I mean, they didn't say, oh, we're gonna get rid of Dumbledore because the actor who started out as Dumbledore died, right? Even though Dumbledore was gonna die eventually in the Harry Potter, story, they recast the role. They found somebody new. I mean, respect to Chadwick Boseman. You can honor him. You can honor him as the one who kicked it off. But I mean, I'm thinking of even a movie that was shot here where I live, right? There's a Thai superhero. I think his name is like the Red Falcon or Red Hawk, something like that, right? And they started shooting the movie literally here in Jomtien Beach, where I'm filming this right now. He died here, right? Maybe he could have died, I don't know, jumping off the condo where I live. I don't know what happened. My wife could tell you, but she doesn't like y'all, so she don't want to hop on here and tell y'all what happened. And this video's already longer than I anticipated. But anyway, so he died and they had to recast the role, right? And they got Red Falcon. There's like a TV show, like a TV series that they have. There's the movie. The character's still going. They recast the role right now. I think there's something about like actors are afraid to play that character because, you know, some of the superstitions they have here. You know, I heard, you know, when it happened, no actor's gonna want to play that role because they have egos, and you know, they'll be compared to Chadwick Boseman. Look, man, there's somebody new out there and they're like, yo, man, I looked up to this dude. This movie made me feel a sense of pride, and I would be honored to carry the mantle forward as T'Challa, as Black Panther. You know, okay, so what if audiences and the critics compare their performance to Chadwick Boseman? Who gives a shit, man? Right? Like, think about what that character meant to people. And as far as, oh, well, they need to put Shuri on because black girls need to feel that same pride. Black girls are about to get Captain Marvel, right? I just recorded a video, you know, 20 something minutes ago about WandaVision. You know, Monica Rambeau, or is it Monica or, yeah, I think it's Monica's the daughter. They're about to get Spectrum. Right, they're about to get the real Captain Marvel, the real female Captain Marvel, right? And then you got you potentially have Storm coming, right? If we get the X-Men, everybody's like, oh, WandaVision is going to do House of M, and it's going to introduce mutants. Storm is on the way. Black Panther was brought into this for a reason, right? Whether he was going to become the new Captain America or they're going to run with, you know, with Falcon Captain America, I don't know. But there were plans, right? Kevin Feige is a smart dude. There were plans for, you know, T'Challa, for Black Panther, for Wakanda, right? And I would like to think, you know, that they can still carry those plans out. I want to see where his story was going. That's what I'm saying. If you make Shuri the new Black Panther, then we don't find out where that story was going, because it was not part of their plans. Oh yeah, we're just gonna kill the character off in the sequel, and that's it, done. And we're gonna put Shuri on. Though I don't believe those were the plans, right? You know, this unexpected thing happened. It was tragic. It was sad. You know, Chad believed he was going to beat cancer, and he was going to have time to get his weight up, put his muscle back on, and be ready to appear on set and give us Black Panther 2. That didn't happen. But I would like to think that, yo, man, he's like somebody else. You know, I ran my race. It's time for somebody else to take the baton and run their race, right? That's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm not buying into, you know, if these bigger channels want to keep pushing the Shuri is the new Black Panther, and they are 100% gonna kill him off, and Namor is coming on, and this and that. Like I said, if they make it a good story, I'm gonna watch it. But from where I sit at this point in time where I'm talking to you guys, I'm not down with this little agenda that everybody else on YouTube is pushing. I had one guy that was in the comments of my last video trying to fight me and everything else. If that's you, you know, hey man, you need to take that hate that you're feeling and project it into something productive, because one, your ass can't get into Thailand to fight me, and two, you wasting your time because it's never going to happen. We're probably never going to meet face to face. So, you know, get over your delusions of grandeur and direct that energy into something positive, worthwhile, or you can pretend that you are going to punch me in the face and go train, right? At least that's good for your health, even though that anger is bad for your health. You know, maybe the two will balance themselves out, or, you know, the good will outweigh the bad, you know, in your case, and you'll get over, you know, your feelings of wanting to punch me in the face just because I said in a video that I think they should recast the role and I don't see Shuri as Black Panther. But that's just me. That's my opinion. This turned into kind of a rant, and I'm just going to upload this as it is. I'm not going to edit anything. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Appreciate those of y'all who watched all of this. Appreciate the watch time, dog. Stay tuned for more of my videos on the MCU. I promise they won't be rants like this one. But you know, maybe this was a John Campea style video where he just gets on and rants for a little bit. That's what I'm doing. So straight up off the dome. What is it? The code dude, the code guy, he loves when I get on here and just rant off the dome, raw, uncut. That's what this is. So that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and I'll see you on the next video.